Disney Girl, and today I'm going to be sharing with you guys my Disney's Magic Kingdoms game holiday wish list. And no, I wasn't the one that really came up with the idea to form a wish list for my kingdom. Disney Magic Kingdoms game has asked for our input, guys. They have asked for some ideas for some special holiday rewards for December. They have even started putting up some polls on Facebook that we can vote on a couple of things that will be appearing as a bit of a surprise for our December calendar reward. So I guess their idea of a special gift is something like 10 Pirates of the Caribbean relics or maybe 10 Toy Story relics. I was thinking something a little bit more fun and exciting. So before I share some of those ideas with you guys, I did want to show you Disney Magic Kingdoms game December calendar rewards. Yes, it's pretty exciting. We have a lot of days here that are presented off. We have the 1st, the 5th, 10th, 15th, 20th, 25th, and 31st of December that are going to be mystery rewards. So we have an idea, I think, now what they're thinking about putting underneath some of these presented off days, but I'm going to give you guys a couple of my own thoughts. Now, if we look though at the rest of the calendar, we can also see that we've got a sapphire chest on Tuesday the 3rd. So sapphire chests in the past have only appeared on Christmas Day, so on December 25th, and inside that chest has actually been premium characters that are part of our main storyline. So for example, Pluto, Rex, King Louie, and Davy Jones, just to name a few. But most recently, we have seen sapphire chests appear for actual purchase. But the only thing inside of those chests was the bride and some elixirs and stuff like that. But the bride did appear in sapphire chest for the very first time, and that was really amazing. But the odds of getting her were very low. I did get very, very lucky, and where I only spent 100 gems and I managed to get her. So each chest was 100 gems, guys. It was a lot, and basically I was able to get her right away, which was great, and I've loved her welcome screen and her dialogue. But I know a lot of you guys did spend quite a lot of money or a lot of gems trying to get her and were unsuccessful. So I feel like this might be a great way in the calendar for them to sort of guarantee it to those players maybe that log in that day, or maybe there is actual premium characters in that chest. Who knows? They have definitely mixed up some of the chests now, so we really don't know what's inside of them. Now, the other thing I wanted to point out before I share with you my presented off day ideas is on the 21st, we have a legendary Wreck-It Ralph chest. So that means that you have a chance, guys, if you guys are missing any characters, attractions, concessions, decorations that are part of the Wreck-It Ralph collection, you have a chance to get something amazing on the 21st. Also, we have the 22nd and 27th, which, guys, 5 days apart there. You know what that's a sign of? Between a magical chest and a radiant. So 22nd and 27th, that's a sign of a tower challenge. So I am thinking that we might have a tower challenge starting on December 22nd that could have to do with Wreck-It Ralph. So that will be really exciting if that is the case. The only thing is it does go through Christmas. So the only problem with that is that could take away a little bit from, I guess our families and our lives that way. Will be really still checking our kingdom. I always find I like to I don't want to take the whole day off, obviously. I still sign in to claim my rewards and stuff, but it's not saying I want to sign in like every 2 to 4 hours and check my kingdom for a tower challenge. But, I think it is pretty neat, though, that we at least are having some stuff to do over the holidays. All right, so that is kind of my thoughts here on the calendar. So I think a very, very full month for sure. And we still haven't even started, guys, the mini event for Frozen. So that is going to be starting on the 26th, so on Tuesday, which I'm very, very excited about. And that should be going, I would say, it's hard to say exactly when it's going to end, but it definitely will end, I think, most likely on the 19th, just sort of based on the day that it's sort of marked off there. Like, the happiness that is showing is kind of like black and starry, and I'm not quite sure why that would be. I mean, maybe there is a reason for that. If you guys have any idea, you can feel free to put it in the comment section below. But I think that there's a good chance that Frozen will definitely be done by the 19th. I think it'll be earlier. I think it'll be more like probably, the week of the 12th. But we'll see. We'll see what happens, just because they usually do like to give us a little bit of time before, the next update and Tower Challenge and stuff like that. So we'll have to kind of wait and see. But we definitely have a lot of stuff coming now over the next, I guess, month and a half. So it's gonna be a full month, that's for sure. Okay, so let's talk about some of those ideas now. So the first thing I really, really would like to see is a concession stand. So I would love to see a Christmas cookie concession stand. Yes, I know Disney decorates some amazing cookies. They all look delicious, and I think that would make for a great concession stand in our kingdom. We do not have one as of yet. We do have some cute concession stands though already. For example, I have in my kingdom a Santa Mickey's hat stand. I love that one. I think it's absolutely adorable. I think it's like one of my favorites, absolutely. Also, the other one that we do have is the reindeer headband stand. So two very, very festive concession stands, but I would love to see Christmas cookies. Face it, guys, they are delicious, and I would love to see some of those kids in my kingdom walking around with a delicious Christmas cookie all year long. Face it, all year long. All right, the next thing I would really like to see is a couple of decorations, some new ones that maybe we don't have yet. So for example, I would like to see maybe a Nutcracker. Something very simple. I don't think it would be too difficult for them. In the past, they've had decorations, sort of like permanent ones in our kingdom, that were snowmen nutcrackers. I'll show you guys that. I actually have my clip of the kingdom from 2017 to 2018 when they decorated the kingdom for Christmas. So I'm going to show you guys that in comparison to what they've done this year. We'll kind of see what I mean when I say like a nutcracker sort of decoration. I'll be like, oh, that actually is a good idea, because they already sort of have the layout sort of already designed and everything. So I don't think it would be too difficult for them to do that. Now, the other thing I would like to see in terms of a decoration is a Christmas tree, guys. A nice, big, festive Christmas tree. And you know what? This might be the one time I will say I don't care how big the decoration is. I would love a really big Christmas tree decoration. I mean, we could place that in our kingdom if we wanted to throughout the holidays, or have it there all year, and it would be a great actual transition, guys, between like your Frozen collections into Nightmare Before Christmas and that kind of thing, even into Bambi. So there are a lot of really great ideas for sure with a Christmas tree. Now, in terms of other things I would like to see, and maybe this might be asking for a bit more, but at the same time, not really. All right, I would love to see some Christmas costumes. So there are some characters in our kingdom that do have Christmas costumes. Mickey and Minnie, for example, they have absolutely adorable Christmas costumes, holiday outfits they call them. But I would like to see some other ones for some of our other collections. For example, I would love to see Jack Skellington get a holiday or Christmas Santa costume. I think they'll call it Sandy Claus costume. I think that's what they'll do. I would love to see him in one. I think that would be great. I know, though, that that's kind of specific to Nightmare Before Christmas, so that's probably less likely right now, but I still think it would be a really great idea. Now, some of the other things that I would love to see, though, are actually part of Mickey's Once Upon a Christmas. So there apparently also is Mickey's Twice Upon a Christmas. I haven't seen that one yet, but I did watch Mickey's Once Upon a Christmas. I keep wanting to say Once Upon a Time because of the TV show that was around, and it's like pretty much my favorite TV show ever. So I do have to say like that every time I say Once Upon a Time, I just mean Once Upon a Christmas. But anyways, the Once Upon a Christmas, actually, when I watched it, I noticed there were a couple of things that they've already incorporated from that movie in the kingdom. And they were things that if I had seen this, I think before we got these updates, then maybe I would have been able to predict things a little bit easier. So let's kind of dive into some of those thoughts as well. So for example, I know I'm kind of maybe going off of some of the gifts, but I do think these are things that they could have sort of in those presents in the calendar, just to make it really fun. Okay, so the first thing here is if we look at this image, Huey, Dewey, and Louie, okay guys? Do you recognize this from their character tokens when we level them up? Yeah. So basically this one scene right here gives away all of those character tokens that we currently use in the kingdom. So I think this is absolutely amazing. So they've obviously got some sort of idea, I think, coming with Mickey's Once Upon a Christmas at some point. Whether it's this year or next year, I think there definitely is more to come that reflects this movie for sure. Now, that is part, just so you guys know, part of Donald Duck's Stuck on Christmas Story. So pretty much behind, guys, the Mickey's Once Upon a Christmas is there are 3 stories sort of within the actual film. So 3 short stories, and then at the end they kind of like come together. So the first one, as I said, is Donald Duck, Stuck on Christmas. And that is sort of, again, where Huey, Dewey, and Louie, they love Christmas so much and have like literally the best day ever. And they want Christmas every single day. So they really need to learn, I guess, about more of the meaning of Christmas, and it being not just about the toys and the food and all that, which are obviously amazing, but it's the quality time that you do spend with your loved ones and your family, as well as making them feel special too. So that was something that they were just more thinking about themselves, and then they realized that when they did that, they kind of ruined Christmas. So I really did enjoy that one. If we notice, this takes me into Huey, Dewey, and Louie getting costumes. At the very end, they do show them in adorable little outfits there that do kind of reflect Donald. I see a lot of Donald in them, but I think it would be perfect if they had them in these outfits and these were some of the quests that you would see. So I think it would be absolutely amazing to have those 3 get costumes. Also, too, Chippendale do make an appearance in there. I don't have an image of it, but they do make an appearance, very quick one, but basically they're in love with a Christmas train going around their Christmas tree. So they weren't wearing any particular costumes, but I think it would be pretty cute, if one of them, for example, had, a Santa hat, and then the other one maybe had reindeer ears or something like that. Or they had cute little vests, kind of like they do with the lunar costumes that they have currently in the kingdom. It would be nice to sort of see, them get maybe a costume as well. Now, speaking of other characters, and this one I'm actually quite surprised that he doesn't have one. That would be Goofy. Goofy doesn't yet have a Christmas or holiday costume. I mean, it seems kind of strange to me. I mean, since Minnie and Mickey both got them, I think that Goofy really does need one. Now, I saw this and immediately thought of actually the Goofy plushie that I saw at the Disney store last year for last Christmas. And this particular plushie, his Christmas sweater lights up, guys. It is the cutest thing in the world. And it definitely reminded me when I saw that scene, it reminded me of this sweater. So I do think, obviously if they made it like more like the plushie, like the actual costume in the game, I think it would be a lot more fun. But I mean, if they just kind of give Goofy a red sweater with some lights or something, I think that would be kind of fun as well. I think there's a lot of different things you could do with Goofy. You could give him like reindeer ears as well. Just some kind of fun stuff. Mickey, I mean, he's got his like holiday one, which is like Santa. They could also give him, for example, like a Nutcracker costume and stuff like that. I have seen some images and stuff of Mickey dressing up as a Nutcracker, so it is very, very possible that, that could come at some point. Now, there's also, and I think this one would be very, very easy for them to incorporate, is Pluto. Pluto, I know he's a premium character in the game, but he doesn't have really, he's got 3 costumes, guys. He's got his lunar, his modern, which is what he comes in, and then his Easter costume. I think he deserves a Christmas one too. Now, if you look at this picture here, this isn't like a screenshot from the film, but this is an animated version from the actual, like, I guess that was sort of redesigned a little bit later, but essentially this is exactly the outfits here that you do see them wear in the film. It's just better quality. So I think that Pluto could have his collar with, again, the sleigh bells on it like he does have, and maybe we can see if you look really closely at his tail, there's that like green bow at the end. I think that would be really cute. They could also, if they wanted to, kind of maybe give him some like reindeer ears or something just for fun. But I think it would be, even just having that would be just absolutely adorable for Pluto. And I think it could be like, you know, they could make it in a bundle, or they could just have it for like 60 gems or something like that. Something like relatively inexpensive, or even 50 for us to actually just go ahead and purchase, and yeah, just kind of give our characters a little bit of a different look. Maybe give them like a small amount of dialogue, like as a side quest, you know, just to liven things up with the Mickey and Friends collection, because once you have a bigger kingdom, you really don't see much change with these characters, so it would be nice to kind of incorporate some dialogue and stuff for us vets here. All right, now this kind of takes me to Daisy and Donald. Daisy and Donald are without costumes as well. So Daisy has her Halloween costume, which is like my favorite. She's like always in that. But I do think that she deserves a holiday one as well. So I think they need to incorporate that. Donald, he has 3 costumes right now. The modern one, which is what he comes in, his pirate, and his Halloween. His Halloween one's hilarious. But I do love, every time I look at the pirate one in the costume shop, Donald is just looking hilarious. He's doing his like... Yeah, anyway, so Donald's basically just freaking out there, which I just love it. I think it's amazing. But I do think he deserves a Santa hat, and maybe a little scarf, a new sweater, just something very simple, but again, absolutely adorable. Okay, so we had, as we talked about, Donald Duck stuck on Christmas, and if you guys were like wondering where Goofy sort of came into it, and Mickey and Minnie, then you're looking at a very Goofy Christmas that obviously featured Pete, Goofy, and Max, actually. And then we had Mickey and Minnie's Gift of Magic. Yeah, I don't know how everybody feels, but I think having Max at this age sort of appear in the kingdom would be absolutely amazing. And I think it would be a nice way to incorporate him into the kingdom is by doing it over the holidays. So that's my opinion, obviously, but there are definitely a couple of characters in there that do need to appear in the kingdom, or that just need some costumes. And what funner way than to have it with Mickey and Friends. Now, I think it is time to share with you guys a couple of other things. Like, what happened, and I know I talked about this yesterday with the update, but what happened to all the decorations in the kingdom? So I'm taking you guys through right now sort of what our kingdom looks like with this update. So this is our Frozen 2 update, guys. And the kingdom has snow, yes, but there are no holiday decorations. I don't know why they didn't put any this year. I mean, last year they didn't even put snow in the kingdom, so I suppose this is a step up. But when you look at what I'm going to show you here in just a few seconds, your guys are going to go, they should have been progressing to this, not regressing. Like, there's literally no reason for it because they already obviously have the design. So even the welcome screen, as you guys can see here with Hey, I brought him back in the kingdom yesterday, just to kind of show you guys what, I guess, the snowy welcome screen is going to look like. But look at what it used to look like, the kingdoms, guys. Are you ready for this? I went back through some of my clips and it just blew my mind. Okay, here we go. There is just so much detail, and my kingdom was a baby here, guys, at this point. So yeah, and actually, oh my gosh, here's Mickey Mouse leveling up from a 1 to a 2, and there's the welcome screen. Aww, and you see the Christmas tree in the background, guys? I have an idea with that Christmas tree that I'm going to talk about as well, that I think maybe is a feature that they should add. It has nothing to do with the calendar, so it's not really part of my holiday like wish list in terms of the calendar, but it is something I will definitely hope for maybe starting December 1st if they actually do this. But usually they need to do it in an update, so somehow I can't imagine it's gonna come up this year, but maybe next year this could happen. Well, since they're listening to the community, you know what? You guys definitely get to weigh in on your thoughts as well in the comment section, so don't forget to do that. Okay, make sure you guys let me know and the rest of the community what you guys would like to see from Disney Magic Kingdom's game in the future. I think since they've changed, some management around and they've changed the game a lot, I think they may be missing out on a couple of things with the community the last 6 months. So this would be a great way for them to be listening, in terms of land and, some of our ideas that we would like to see in the kingdom in the future. So here's the kingdom with all of its wreaths and its presents and the snowmen nutcrackers and bows and lollipops and snowmen, and there is just literally so much of it. Candy canes even around the kingdom. It is absolutely, it's just beautiful. I really, 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 really like it. Now, when I saw this way back with my kingdom, I didn't notice so much. If you guys noticed, yesterday I talked a lot about how, the kingdom went from snowy to deserts with cactuses and stuff, and I was like, that's not a very good transition of snow. When I went back, I didn't notice that it's literally the same. They have done the same thing that way, but I think why I didn't notice or care about that so much was actually the fact that there were decorations and things in and around Main Street. So that really kind of took away from the fact it was someone randomly snowed in a section of the kingdom and it was just a bit awkward. So I feel like just having those, few decorations, well, actually they had a lot of decorations, not really a few, they had a lot of decorations in and around, and I think it kind of takes away, from us looking at that obvious, it doesn't make sense why we got dumped snow in one section and nowhere else. So I really think they do need to add those decorations back in the next Christmas update, That's my thought here. Now, maybe I didn't give the best kingdom tour with this. I know there were a couple things, I didn't go over to the tree and stuff like that. But, this is one of the old clips I had, guys. At least it shows some of the things, with the decorations and all of that. But obviously I just was overwhelmed by all of the beautiful snow and obviously the candy canes and all of the lovely holiday decorations that they did provide there. Now, in terms of that Christmas tree I was talking about, I think that they need to put a big giant Christmas tree, guys, in the kingdom for Christmas. Hence the decoration, and I feel like it could just represent this sort of, not as an event, but just more of something that they can do to give back to us kingdomers that do support them. And I would like to see maybe where the balloon is, a big giant Christmas tree. And why would I want that, guys? Well, I was thinking that maybe it might be really cool, and it's not really an event, but it could be something like we do the 12, Mickey's 12 Gifts of Christmas, or, just 12 Gifts of Christmas, you could even just call it. Have a big giant Christmas tree there, sort of, again, and if you guys are where the balloon is, that's usually where we have our battlegrounds or our tower for the tower challenges, that sort of thing. I think they should put one there, and then basically once a day, maybe we send one of our maybe Mickey and Friends characters, or it could be any collection really, but I think Mickey and Friends is a great one because it could apply for big and small kingdoms, is that basically we send a character to the tree every day and they search maybe, search the presents. That can be the quest. And then basically once they do that, whether it's 60 minutes or 12 hours or whatever they decide to do, they search the tree, they will pick out a gift, and in that gift will be a reward. Now, it could be a mystery reward, and yes, it could be maybe 10 relics or something like that, or it could be 10 gems, or maybe you pick it out and you get a limited time concession stand. Maybe they keep it the same for everybody, or maybe they mix it up. So I was thinking it might be a really great way too to incorporate a couple of legendary chests as well from different collections, since there are just so many. Just have it, for again 12 days. If you have the character, that means you can send them off, to search for Christmas presents at the tree, and then you get a reward. I think that would be really, really fun. Let me know in the comment section if you guys agree that that might be a really, really cool thing to have in the kingdom, maybe for 2020. 2020. So yeah, anyways, you guys feel free to also share your ideas about the kingdom. Also share your feedback on what you guys think of the new update and the snow, and whether you kind of like the fact there are no Christmas decorations, or maybe you guys are missing it like I am. I did hear some of you guys last video in the comments, you guys said you guys were missing some of the decorations as well and were a little bit disappointed. So yeah, I don't think I was alone on that, which I was really happy to sort of read about, because I realized after I did, I was like, I feel like I was a bit harsh on it, but I felt like it was just very, it was raw, it was very honest. And at the same time, as much as I do love the animations, what they do with this game, when they miss out on some like really great things that they've already done with the game and then they just don't do them anymore, I don't really get, why they're doing that, right? Like, I know that they're going through a lot of changes and stuff with their game, but I feel like this just created more work for them instead of just giving us like the old setup of what, they've done in the past. So just something I think that's kind of unique. But that is my Disney Magic Kingdoms game holiday wish list, guys. I hope you guys have enjoyed it and some of my ideas, obviously, for the kingdom. So thank you guys so much for watching another Disney Girls Disney's Magic Kingdoms game video. If you guys enjoyed it, make sure you guys give it a big Mickey thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel if you guys are new, and of course hit that bell for post notifications so you know when I'm about to go live or post a video. Thanks guys, and I will see you next time.